I hate to break it to you, but not everything is as it seems. We've got a lot to dive into and discuss of what's happening inside of the world of Apex Legends news today, from bugs, issues, complaining, and honestly big problems that have still not been met. And what are we going to do about it? Of course, like and subscribe if you want to stay up to date with all things going on inside of the world of Apex Legends news. As you can tell, not my normal place of recording. We are getting ready to go on vacation tomorrow, but we've still got daily videos here for you as well. Thanks to my editor for taking a lot of the load also. That was a little sus, but let's dive into what's happening in the news right now. So firstly, yesterday I told you guys to not click this button, and honestly it was because, well, when you click that button you lose your progress, you lose your rewards, and I guess that all makes sense, right? You're restarting everything. But the only problem is there's a bug in the game right now, according to Gaming Merchant, that there was an issue when you do this, you can't even go back and redo it. So although you should be able to go play a new 10 games, it wasn't counting for a lot of people. Some people were getting locked out of the mode, so you basically forfeit all the progress and rewards that you had. You go back to zero, only to hope that you can get a better job next time, and then psych, boom, there is no next time. You're not even allowed to do it anymore. So that was a big bug that we had yesterday. Well, then it continuously came out like, hey, JMeyels, I used the Legends tokens to try another round of Rumble, but now it doesn't track any of the games when I switch to modes, so 3 strikes, and it doesn't even show that I'm in Rumble, but it took my tokens because it's Apex, and they'll never return down currency. What a fun game. So once again, yes, we are seeing issues come out of this bug. Do not click the re-enter button. Please stay away from it. Just go your first 10 and do as best as you can, and then just stick with it. Unfortunately, a lot of people are not happy with this. Just in general, everything seems to be breaking, man. Respawn, why are they consistently ruining their own mode, says Jake Pugs on Reddit. The idea of Apex Rumble is amazing, but this wasn't even about the bug that it had. It just was talking about the fact that it's not even its own separate mode. It's just basically going along with the normal 3 strikes mode, and people are getting aggravated that it's not a real solo tournament. It's just a solo queue experience type tournament. And one of the comments that made a lot of sense, that people seem to be really frustrated because of this, is because it's a solo queue experience where skill helps, but matchmaking that's random is still king. It still reigns supreme. So at the end of the day, it's not about doing good. It's not, it's really just about matchmaking. And that becomes another problem, because here's more issues. No teammates in Rumble 3 strike. So people are queuing into Rumble mode and they're not getting any teammates at all because there's matchmaking bugs, there's reset bugs, there's all kind of freaking bugs, man. And it's just like, yeah, it's fun and it's a cool idea, but when it's met with so many bugs, it's like, what do you even do? And then when you pair that with bugs that we already had, this was a video that I got sent over on Facebook of more issues inside of ranked. Apex Predators, like top 350 playing against gold players. So it's like, what do you even go play? If you play pubs, it's bad SBMM and you're playing against sweats when you haven't played the game in 3 years. But if you go play Rumble, you get no teammates and you get frustrated because it's a solo queue experience, and then you have to play against 3 stacks of the mode itself. Then you go to ranked and you're a plat player or you're a gold player and you're playing against Preds. What can you even go and play at this point? And then on top of that, of course, if you're a Valk main, well, there's a Valk glitch that's currently spawning people in the middle of the map, and yeah, it sucks. So they had to remove Valk completely. Respawn came out yesterday saying, due to an ongoing issue, we had to remove Valk from the game and her ability in 3 strikes, but you can still use her in other game modes while we work through this. So I am glad that they got rid of Valk. Obviously it makes sense. I get it. You had to do what you had to do, but at the same time, it's like, dude, why are we experiencing so many bugs? If it's not the account progress being lost, challenges being reset, then it's Rumble mode breaking, matchmaking breaking, people still not happy in ranked because you're playing against ranks that are not yours. It's like, when do we finally start winning? Well, I hate to break these next 2 things to you, but for some reason it seems to be a shock and surprise to a lot of people. I thought this information was already pretty known, but there's 2 things. So I guess both of them can kind of play hand in hand. Number 1 is the fact, well, we're not going to a new map next season. A lot of people have been seeing all these new map discussions and they think we're going to this new map. That is not happening. We have every reason in the world to believe that we are going to a Broken Moon update next map, and then the following map, the district map you've been seeing leaked all over, is coming in the following season of season 22. So this was a comment I saw just literally on Hypermist post yesterday saying, I heard that we were not going to be getting this new map for the next season. I hope that's all fake news. These old maps are getting me tired. Sad to say, brother, but you are getting these old maps back. That new map is not coming until the following season. Now, on top of that, when it regards this new map, right, we've been discussing it. We've shown the pictures that have been all over the place that everybody's been talking about. The map looks great, But there is something to note. Hypermist had posted that the final version of this district map will have some changes based on what you've seen. So you've seen these images. Don't get them locked into your head quite yet, because there will be some changes going into that before we see the official map in season 22. But the image below is the current version of the map, and you can kind of spec out some differences here as well. And some of these things are going to change. And then of course you take a look at some of these POIs that were shown by Oz, and I guess it makes sense, right? The pictures you're seeing are not full mode version models of these maps, right? You could tell that there's some unfinished textures, right? This is just like some mock-up versions. So everything is not necessarily dialed in, set in. Probably most everything is done, but there's a lot to still look forward to, a lot to possibly change here. So would not lock in everything you've seen quite yet. Obviously, like I said, there will be some changes. Now going into next season, of course, I think it's safe to say that we have some pretty good news, because look, Broken Moon has been probably the worst map in all of existence for Apex, and Respawn knows that, right? We all hate it. We all talk about how we hate it. Every streamer says that they get off the game when that map comes in rotation. None of us want to play it, and we all say it needs to be removed, right? I think they see those comments. We know that that exists. So whenever Respawn makes this map update with Broken Moon, like, they already know that they're making an update to a map that is already hated, right? So they have to make some drastic changes in order to make it likable again. Now, Garrett had pointed out something earlier that I thought was interesting. So of course we've been seeing Broken Moon and Olympus getting ready to collide, and we've seen all these teasers with altars like portals, and her, you know, color scheme is green. You see this green portal in the sky. You can see Olympus crashes into Broken Moon breaks into like all these pieces. They have to remove the map from the game, and then you actually start to see some season 21 news that was coming back from a couple of weeks and months ago. Game Informer had that exclusive article, and you could see what Garrett had pointed out looks like a rift in the background here. And of course, this is supposed to be Broken Moon, so it might seem like Olympus and Broken Moon have a baby or something. Look, all I'm trying to say is that they're making this map update knowing that we hate this map. So if they actually don't change enough, then they're just stupid, which I guess I could see happening. But I think they understand how big of a deal this is. I think personally they're going to make a pretty good map update, and everything will just be fine and dandy. Also wanted to make mention of some other things you can look forward to in the next season. So exotic shards are something that's been talked about a lot. Of course, Oz had put this out a while back. Crowrindo also did the same, but there's a new currency coming into the game known as exotic shards, and these can be found in Apex packs, coexisting with some heirloom shards as well. But you also may purchase them directly, and you can use these to redeem Apex artifacts, which are, you know, like your Cobalt Qatar, and then also reactive weapon skins as well. So these are like a new tier list. It seems like a tier item that they're implementing as exotic. So pretty interested to see how that one goes. Also, a lot of people are under the assumption that the leaderboard we have right now for Rumble is a test ground, is basically a test product, prototype, I guess, if you will, of Apex eventually adding ranked leaderboards into the game. Interested to see what you guys have to say about that down in the comment section below, and all the topics as well. Of course, like the video, subscribe if you want to stay up to date with all things inside of the world of Apex Legends news. And until the next time, we will see you all later, Gators.